Hello, my friends. It's Stacy of Stacy Creates Stuff, and I am wrapping up our first week of Jolly in July with this cute little ornament. If this is your first Jolly in July video that you have seen, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. My friend Lauren of Garden Girl Studio and I are bringing you a month full of holiday crafting so that you can get a head start on all that wonderful stuff you love to make for the holidays. And today I am finally tackling a project that I have wanted to do for a while. Months ago, I found this pack of wooden gift tags. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I could decorate them and use them as tags for packages. And then I thought, wouldn't it be better if I made them into ornaments? And that's what we're going to do today. And it's a super simple project that you could do with children. They also make great gifts for teachers, office mates, whenever you need to have a bunch of things that look fantastic, but are quick and easy to make. Now you've got your project. This project requires only a few simple tools that you probably already have around your house. So once you acquire the tags, and I have a link in the description below that will give you where you can get wooden tags, but you can also use other wooden shapes as well. If you're going to use them as an ornament, then just make sure that they have some sort of hole in them so that you can hang a hook through that. I decided I wanted to decorate the tags with some little wooden shapes, and I found this great little set on Amazon. Again, link in the description below. And I have already painted several of these just so that you can see. So we have a nice little candy cane, there's a tree, a sled, that's super cute, a little flying reindeer, star, an angel, some bells, snowflake, and mittens. And I believe that there are 5 of every shape, which is a little unfortunate for the mittens because somebody lost one. But I like to start by painting the tag, and I just have a selection of Christmas colors. So I have green and red, black and white, and some metallic gold paint. This is just craft acrylic paint. You can find it at any big box store. If you have paint left over from some other craft project, as long as the paint is still good, use that. Use what you have. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this tag. I'm going to paint this one black. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of paint. I'm just using a paper plate to contain all of my things, and just a basic brush. You can use one that's a little larger. I'm using this one because it's a good size to paint both the tag and the little decoration pieces. And I'm just going to paint it in the direction of the wood grain. All right, I've put on a single coat. I can come back and give it another coat if I want. And of course, once that dries, I can flip it over and paint the back of it as well. A little tip for trying to paint those tiny, delicate little wooden decorations is use a piece of painter's tape, fold the edges back so that it's sticking to the surface, but then also there's sticky side up. And then you can simply place your wooden piece there and paint away. I'm going to go ahead and set this tag aside, and let's look at how we can decorate a tag. So I'm going to take one of the snowflakes, which I have already painted white. On these, I've only painted one side. The other side is just the natural wood, because I'm going to be gluing it down onto the tag. I think we'll put the snowflake over on the red. And then I have these cute little mittens, and I will put the pair of them on here. And I thought it would be really super cute to have like the little tie that goes between the mittens so you know you don't lose one, and make that out of some embroidery floss. So let me grab my embroidery floss. So I'm just using some DMC embroidery floss because that's what I have, but you can certainly use embroidery floss, thin twine, string, thin yarn, anything would work. So I just have a length, this I think has two strands. It's a piece left over from when I was working on an embroidery project. And let's work on this one first. So this is about the placement I want of the mittens. And I'm just going to take a pencil, and as I remove one, just make a little mark where I want the string to go. So, and that one's going to go kind of about there. I'm going to bring my paper plate back in play here and put a little bit of glue right down here. And I'm going to figure out how much thread I actually need. I want it to kind of twist and turn a little bit around there. So I probably only need a length about that long. Cut that. And then I am going to take, this part gets a little bit messy, and I am just going to put a little dab of glue between my fingers, and then run that thread through. And then I can just tack it down where I want it to go. And then I am just going to put a little dab of glue right on the back. Doesn't take much to adhere it. Pop that down in place. Do the same on this one. There we go. How cute is that? All right, we're going to set that aside for that one to dry, and I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. Now, you don't have to use wooden cutouts to decorate your wooden tags. You could use buttons, stickers, paper cutouts. You know, look around and see what you have that you can decorate with. All right. We're almost done. Let's jazz these up with some ribbon and a little bit of bells. I've pulled an assortment of ribbons from my own stash. Some of these ribbons I have had for years, but finding narrow Christmas ribbon is not a problem. Just check your local craft store, big box store, or of course, I will add some links in the description below where you can get them on Amazon. Another fun addition to your tag, jingle bells. So again, I've had these in my stash for decades. So this is a perfect opportunity to use some of these things up. So I think I'm going to add this fun little ribbon because it has the red and the green. So it picks up the whole red, green theme there. And I think I will do, that red doesn't really add a whole lot to this one. So maybe we will add some volumes of this. And I also have the same plaid that I used on the sample tag here. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a loop. So I want to figure out how long I want my loop to be and add some extra. The wider the ribbon, And the more dense the ribbon is, as opposed to this one, which is not only narrower, but you can see right through it. So this has a little bit more substance to it. This knot will be larger than a knot made with this ribbon. So once I've cut that, I'm going to go ahead and thread it through. Bring those up. Pull on that knot. I can trim these further down if I would like, but I think I'll just leave those for now. I could leave it just like that. I think on this one, I'm going to tie on one big jingle bell. So I am going to just take another piece of ribbon, but I think I'm going to use this thinner ribbon. I don't need a huge piece. Just going to cut a little piece off here. The jingle bell does have a little piece at the top there that you can thread the ribbon through. There we go. So now that I have that threaded through, I am just going to poke both ends of the ribbon through the tag. I did not paint the back of this tag, but you certainly can paint the backs. I recommend it. There we go. And I'm just going to pull that so that it is fairly tight up against that, not chokingly tight, but just loose enough there. And then I'm going to come behind the loop and just loosely tie that in a knot. And then I can trim off the excess. I didn't pull it super tight because that gives me the flexibility of moving this loop. For instance, if I want to have the loop knot be down at the bottom here. So one tag done. And for this tag, I think I'm just going to do a gold loop. This one will knot with a tighter knot, tighter and smaller. There we go. And then I can add a bow. I could add some jingle bells, lots of different things. And if you want to jazz up your tag further with some decorative bows, you want to hang on till later in this month when my friend Lauren of Garden Girl Studio is going to do a Jolly in July episode all about how to make bows. And that wraps up week 1 of Jolly in July. So be sure that you subscribe and hit the like button below. Hop on over to Lauren's channel, Garden Girl Studio, and check out her videos from this week and subscribe to her channel as well. We will both be back on Monday, each on our own channels, to tell you what is coming for week number 2. I can hardly wait. So many fun projects. Until next week, my friends. Bye.